This is your Pac-Man GP. Ladies and gentlemen, I welcome you to my channel once again after a week, and I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I surely did. Had been to my parents' place, had some good time, good conversation with my dad, good food, so on and so forth. So I also hope that you also did have a good weekend at your end too. So I will be presenting another very interesting invention today. Today's invention is for a device. It is a product, more particularly, you can say it is an industrial product. So without wasting any further time, I'm going to present my screen. So just bear with me. Okay, so the title of today's invention is a rust cleaning device. So, it's an invention which is mainly used for cleaning the rails of an elevator or a lift, which is used in high-rise buildings. Okay, so before I go to the invention, as usual, I will first and foremost explain about what is the problem that is identified by the inventor from the prior art. Okay, so as I told you, so far as the elevator or lift rails are concerned, now over a period of time, a lot of rust sort of gets deposited on the surface of the rails. So this rust has to be cleaned from time to time. So traditionally or conventional methods that are used for cleaning the rust that is deposited on the rails of the of the elevators inside the elevator shaft include using of polishing tools or using of buffing tools. Now, such tools are basically installed over some kind of a power tool, and that power tool is then used manually by the cleaner to clean the rust. Now, when such kind of cleaning is executed manually, then it becomes a very time-consuming process. Over and above, it so happens that because the cleaning is done in a very rough manner by the user, or it is not handled properly, it can damage the rails also, which can affect the movement of the entire carriage, the lift carriage in which people are traveling up and down the building. So it can affect the smooth travel of the carriage, so to say, over the rails. So that is another problem which has been identified in the prior art. So I mean, these are some of the problems. So in order to avoid these problems, our inventor has conceptualized our today's invention, which is a rust cleaning device. So I'll before I move to the invention, I will urge you to please subscribe to my channel. Please like if you really if you enjoyed listening to this invention, and also if you have any questions, please comment so that you can get an answer from my side, some kind of a response from my side to your questions which you would be writing in the comments. So today's invention has been granted a patent by the Indian Patent Office, and the patent number is 395308, and it has been granted in the names of two individuals, that is Mr. Satish Lakshman Bale and Mrs. JYOTSNA Satish Bale. So these are individual patentees as well as the inventors who have invented this invention. So all this information is available on the Indian Patent Office website. You can go and look up there. It is popularly known as in-pass. You can Google it and you can just type out this patent number in the relevant fields, and you'll get to know about what is the invention and what has been the prosecution history, so on and so forth. So first and foremost, I want to congratulate both our inventors for having a patent granted in their name. It is a very big achievement for individual inventors, because I have dealt with so many individual inventors, and for any individual inventor, their invention is like their baby. So when they get a patent, I mean, their happiness is just, it just blows over, it is over the roof. So I want to give my heartiest congratulations to our two inventors. So I'll quickly go to the invention now. Just bear with me. I'll move to the next slide. Okay. So this is the general construction of our invention. I will be explaining which are the main components that make up the invention. So at 500, we have the rust cleaning device. So this is entirely claimed as the rust cleaning device by the inventors. And at 101, we have the base plate. This entire base platform is called as a base plate by the inventors. A slot which is denoted by the number 102 has been defined inside the base plate. Okay. There are a pair of rotating tools. Okay. That are just defined within the vicinity of the slot. Okay. And there is another rotating tool which is defined just above the above the pair of rotating tools. Now the pair of rotating tools 102 can be brought closer to each other, or they can be spaced apart from each other with the help of this adjustable knob, which is denoted by the number 103 dash. So if this knob is rotated in anti-clockwise direction, then both the rotating tools will move apart. Whereas if the adjustable knob is moved in the clockwise direction, both the tools will move closer to each other. So depending on the thickness of the rail that has to be cleaned, that has to be derusted, this adjustment of the rotating tools can be acquired. Similar to that, there is an adjustable knob which is denoted by 104, which enables the up and down motion along this dark black shaded portion for the tool 104. So if this particular adjustable knob is sort of rotated in the anti-clockwise direction, the rotating tool 104 will start moving upwards along this screw over here. This dark black portion is a screw basically. Okay. And of course, when it is moved, it is rotated in the clockwise direction. The adjustable knob 104 dash, it enables the movement of this particular rotating tool in the downward direction. That is how it is. There is a motor at the backside. Okay, the motor has common belt drives. Okay, so there is a belt drive over here. Okay, and this particular belt drive is configured along the spindle of the motor. So when the motor starts rotating, okay, this particular belt drive starts rotating. Now this belt drive is configured to rotate this particular spindle over here. It is not marked by any reference numeral, but this particular spindle, when it rotates, the rotating tool on the left, it starts rotating. Likewise, the same belt drive is also configured along the spindle, which enables the rotation of the other rotating tool. So there is this one belt drive that is enabling the rotation of the pair of rotating tools. Likewise, there is another belt drive over here, which is connected to the motor through gears, which I will explain in the next drawing. What is the construction of the motor, or how they're meshed with each other. But this particular belt drive, okay, it enables the rotation. It enables the rotation of this particular power tool because there is a spindle over here which is connected to the belt drive. Okay, so this is the basic construction of the rust cleaning device as per an embodiment of the present invention. I move to the next drawing now. So, excuse me, in the next drawing, we see a backside perspective view of the rust cleaning device, which is denoted by 500. Of course, we have the base plate at 101. We have the slot at 102. Just take note of the peculiar shape of this slot. It is in a rectangular section, and this rectangular section is configured in order to accommodate the railing, which is also having a rectangular cross section, so that both the sides of the railing, both the faces of the railing over which the rust is deposited, that can be cleaned. Okay. Of course, 105 is the motor, and 104 is the rotating tool with the adjustable knob, which enables the movement of this rotating tool in up and down direction. Okay, with the rotation of the knob. Of course, on the backside, we have the central spindle of the motor. Once the central spindle of the motor starts rotating, there is a worm gear which is denoted by 106 dash, that is defined on the central spindle, and which is meshing in a perpendicular manner with the helical spur gear. So this particular worm gear, it has teeth which are sort of engaging inside the teeth of this helical spur gear. So therefore, when the central spindle of the motor starts rotating, the worm gear starts rotating in one direction, and since the worm gear starts rotating, it enables the rotation of the helical spur gear, which is engaged or which is meshing inside the teeth of the worm gear. So the teeth of the helical spur gear are meshing or engaging inside the teeth of the worm gear. That is how the engagement is taking place. Okay, and since the helical spur gear is rotating, it enables the rotation of this belt drive, which is then enabling the rotation of the rotating tool. Excuse me. I go to the next drawing now. So this is how this particular invention looks in real time. Uh, we have the slot over here. We have the base plate at 102. Okay. The railing, which has a rectangular cross section, uh, it is sort of engaged inside, or it is sort of brought inside this particular slot. The railing is sort of moving along the wall of the elevator shaft. Okay, so what the user has to do is the user has to engage this particular slot. Okay, it has to sort of fix, or it has to put the railing inside this slot such that the railing gets fitted inside this slot. Yeah. Then with the help of the adjustable knobs 103 dash and 104 dash, these rotating tools are brought in contact with the faces on which of the rail on which the derusting or on which the cleaning is supposed to happen. And after that, as we know, the motor is switched on. Now, since the motor is switched on, all the faces, or at least two faces of the railing get cleaned, and the user just has to sort of guide this device along the railing right from bottom to the top or from top to the bottom, such that the cleaning of the railing takes place with the help of this device in a non-manual manner. So manual effort that is required to derust the railing in the prior art, that is totally overcome. So that is the biggest technical advantage. Here I would like to go back to the first drawing. So the moment the motor is switched on, the central spindle, it starts rotating. Therefore, the worm gear starts rotating, and the helical spur gear therefore starts rotating. Now, this helical spur gear has a spindle that is connected to the belt drive, and therefore this belt drive starts rotating, thereby enabling the rotation of the rotating tool, which is numbered as 104. On the other hand, since another belt drive is configured along the central spindle, and which is also configured along the spindles of the pair of rotating tools, it enables the rotation of these two rotating tools also at the same time. So this is the peculiarity of this particular invention. Therefore, what happens is that once the railing is sort of guided inside this particular slot, what happens is that multiple faces, or at least two faces of the railing, which has a rectangular cross section, those can be cleaned at the same time. Okay, so that is the biggest technical advantage. So this is today's invention. I hope you liked it, and if you liked it, please subscribe to my channel. Please like it. Please share it with your friends. And if you have any questions, please post them in your comments so that I can read them and I can analyze them and hopefully answer them also at the same time. So until next time, have a great week ahead. And this is your Patman GP.